It is full deck challenge number 3, day 11. So I thought I would turn on my camera and make both my tag and my card. Now, I have offered a challenge to anyone who is interested in doing the full deck challenge, that this is a one playing card a week challenge, so it's for 52 weeks. So you can do one thing a week. And basically, I added an adding faith challenge, and I chose 52 verses and around a theme, and my theme is my word of the year. And my word for this year is God-reliant, that God is my guiding light. And so, what does that look like? It means I have fun creating collage little pieces, and I make an extra tag because to me, while you're already making one piece, make two, and then you've got it to put somewhere else. And then I have printed my verses. Now, if you're interested in doing this challenge and you want to use the verses that I'm using, which are great verses, this is a freebie, and the link is in my description. I created a Word document. Well, it's a PDF. And then you just print this on regular copy paper. That's all I did. And then I cut it up and I put it on to the back of my cards. And mine are now on a ring, and I'm really excited about them. They're really fun. Now, I think if I was going to give you any advice, if you don't really do a lot of collage, the most important thing for this challenge is this is a little teeny tiny card. Okay, so it's not like a big piece of paper. And I go ahead, and the theme for this, for week 11, is black and white with a splash of a bright color. I think that's what it is. Hold on, I typed them up for myself. Oh, of course, where did I just put that piece of paper? Well, I'll find it. Anyway, oh, there it is. I knew I had it in my papers. And because this is a year-long challenge, what I do is, oh my gosh, it just will not come up. Yeah, bright color. Oh, a stencil with texture paste. Well, see, I didn't even read that. I knew there was a bright color, so now I got to go get a stencil and texture paste, but I got that. Anyway, I have a little tray, right? And I will use this for the entire year. So all my notes are in there, my deck of cards are in there, my cards are in there. I put my date stamp in there so that I can date everything, because I always tell people to do that. I've got my stack of, tags that I'm using, my card deck. So it all sits beside me. Okay, so what I suggest to everybody is go ahead and pull out a bunch of stuff. Pull out all your stuff. So because we're doing collaging, I just go through my little scrap bin and I just pull out, well, this time I pulled out black and white, right? Oh, I have another tag sitting there. So I just pulled out white, black, all that kind of stuff. Who knows if I'll use it all or not, but it's here, so I'll collage with that. And then the other thing that I wanted to do today, because I just did a project pulling out old stuff that I have. This is Tim Holtz collage paper, and you can't get it like this anymore. It was on a roll that looked like a wax paper box. And I wanted to use this because this is black and white, right? Yes. Oh, that'd be fun to use a piece on here. So I pulled that out. My bright color, I'm thinking I want it to be, I gave myself a couple options. I could use this pretty flower, right? And then I could put something, one of these little bows or some other black and white little thing that I have. I could put that on there like that. So then I went, maybe I do orange, because that's a nice bright color. And then I like these tags, so I pulled those out. Then I've got some ribbon and some fake pearls, flat back pearls. So that's kind of what's on my desk. So I need to stop for a second, go get my stencil and texture paste, and then I'm going to figure out, am I going to use white texture paste, which then means I might need a black background. So let me grab something, and then I will show you how to do that. I have been using stencils for a very long time. Oh my gosh, probably 15 years. This is just a tiny part of my collection. These are the small stencils. When I first started, they came 12 by 12. They didn't really, Tim Holtz came out with the smaller ones, and then other people did. Excuse me. So I have an entire 12 by 12 container probably with 100 or 200 12 by 12 stencils. Because when I was doing a lot of collage and mixed media work on canvases, you needed the right sizing, you know, perspective. You needed a 12 by 12. Like this would look fine on a little tiny canvas. In fact, I just got this one the other day. I can't wait to use this. I think I'm going to use this like with watercolor. Anyway, here's a bunch of stencils. And then I started buying them in the last year from Temu. So I really added to my collection. And again, I like them because they're all small. So we need to pick something that I like. And I put them on a ring. That's the easiest way for me to work. So do I want a big design or do I just want a little touch of something? That's the question. We've got some numbers, could use that. Oh, I like this one. I'm in the mood to use this one. Let's use this one. And then I have light and fluffy molding paste is what I use. It's by the Crafters Workshop, light and fluffy modeling paste. So, okay, let me put those aside. So if I'm going to use white, and the theme is black and white, I think what I need to do first is probably cover my card with black. Now, this is a piece from an old kit, digital kit, that I pulled out. Thought, well, if I'm going to put black down, why not have some words on it? Oh, and look, it fits on there perfect. Oh, maybe my theme is love. I don't know. It's just fun to play, right? I wanted to use this, which could go on top of the black. Okay, so if we put that on there, and then I put, so I got all these white papers out, and now I'm realizing, this is a leftover piece of black paper that I've got. Yeah, I don't want to cover up my day 11, but that would, okay, that would work. And then we could do that. Oh, and then maybe I put this just a little bit behind there and then just put some molding paste on there. Maybe that kind of works. Okay, I'm liking that. Let me get my glue stick out. Where is it at? Oh, hold on, it's across my other side of my studio. Because I started this new habit, and it's actually a really good habit. So the front of my house, I live in Florida, and when you walk in, you come into a fairly large room that's supposed to be your living room and dining room, and I have it as my studio. So it is my studio, and then you walk straight back and you come to my kitchen, which is kind of in the middle, and then behind my kitchen is a family room that goes off to my patio. Anyway, why was I saying that? Oh, so where my TV is in my back room. It's not up here. I mean, now I have a small TV for when I'm working up here. But anyway, I also have 2 huge tables because every Wednesday I have Bible study here. We've been doing that since I've lived in Florida for 11 years. And so that's the workspace. Well, anyway, so at night when I, quote, am done working out here, and I go and sit and watch TV, and then I go, oh, I should be doing this, I should be doing that. And sometimes I'll take stuff and cut it, you know, while I'm sitting there relaxing. But the other day, I had been watching this video of somebody making this really fun mass make thing, and it looked so cool. And I was excited. I'm like, I want to do that, but I don't want to sit out in my studio. I need to take a break. And so I thought, well, I'll do it in the back. And I'm like, you don't have anything on your lap, and it's going to get all over the place. So then I remembered that when I first moved in here, I bought myself one of those lap, I don't know what you call it. They're like a surface about this wide, and has legs that fold up underneath. And so like, it's like a bed thing, like feeding you in bed or something like that. Anyway, I put it away and I totally forgot that I had it. And so the other day I went, Diane, get that out. And then I could put stuff on there and sit on the couch and keep everything contained and that my dog can't grab it. So that's what I started to do. Oh my gosh, that's so much fun. So now I can be, quote, relaxing, but I'm actually sitting there kind of mass making and doing, you know, fun kind of stuff. So I am excited about that little thing. Okay, so there's the black, which is cool. Okay, what did I just put the lid? There's the, oh, why it's not already glued down? Why is it not gluing down? I didn't put enough glue on? Okay, none of that was sticking down, was it? Okay, stay down there. Okay, so while I'm doing that one, I should be doing this one. So let's put some black on the tag also. Get this semi-covered with black. So and people have asked, like, why are you doing a separate tag? I thought it was just a deck of cards. Well, it is, but here's what happened if you didn't watch my other video. I sat there and made a whole bunch of them, and I had all these parts left over because I gathered for every color. And so I had this big stack, and I was like, oh, I don't want to put all this back. And my girlfriend was here crafting with me, and she said, well, why don't you just make something else with that stuff? And I went, oh, she's so right. So I was like, just make a tag, Diane, just grab a tag. So that's basically what I did. I grabbed a tag. Well, then that kind of set off the whole, you know, process for me of, well, yeah, I'm gonna do all that stuff. Do I like that on there? Do I like it? No, I like it on there. Okay, let's do that. So that's why I'm making a tag at the same time that I'm making my card. So I'm following her prompts. Now this week, week 11, something happened in her family. She lives in Australia. Shanuki Art. This is her challenge. And she said she wasn't going to have a video this week. So we didn't get a video, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. Okay, so now we've got these two parts done. Yeah, I feel like I should put some black up here. Let's just put that little piece on there. Yeah, let's do that. I'll probably put it on the other side because you can always cover up the black, right? Yep, I can cover up the black. So let me know if you decided to do this challenge, and are you having fun, and are you doing the faith version of this challenge with me? That would be awesome. I think there's quite a few of my friends or my followers who are doing it as a faith challenge, because you know what I always tell everybody. Okay, my whole mission, the whole reason I do this is because I want to teach people how to infuse faith into their creative time, whether it's junk journaling, mixed media, scripture writing, whatever it is that you're doing. Why not spend time with God? And so that's what I teach people. So it's nice to hear if people are following up. Okay, now let's see what we're gonna do. This is good because I needed a small design. Okay, so with molding paste, now I noticed somebody in the Full Deck Challenge group actually posted how to make your own molding paste. I've never made it. I can't say that I would know how to do it. Yeah, that's still good. I haven't used this forever. Yeah, see, it's supposed to be light and fluffy, Diane. That's right. Okay. Anyway, they were making it, I think, with... I don't know now that I just went to tell you what I thought I saw. I have no idea. So if you're there is a Facebook group for this challenge if you want to join it. It's the Full Deck Challenge. She's got a Facebook group. And it's fun to be in there because you get really inspired. You get to see what everybody's doing. Ooh, that looks good. Okay, and let's do this over here. Now the trick with molding paste is... I'm going to have to stop the camera because you cannot let this sit on your stencil because you will basically destroy your stencil. You have to get it all wiped off. And I could sit here and tell you, oh, I'm going to turn it over and wipe it off, and then I forget, and then I've ruined stencils, and I don't want to do that. So we've got that down. It'll start drying while I go to my sink and wipe all this stuff off. I have cleaned up my stencil and my applicator, and I've dried these. And so before I go further, I want to add my Bible verse on the back of the card. And let's talk a little bit about this Bible verse. So this is Psalm 118:9. And I just love Psalm 118. So I always tell people you have to understand the whole context of a verse. And so when you look at what this verse says, what it means, let's look at that real quick. Okay, so it says, Psalm 118:9 is, it is better to take refuge in the Lord than to trust in princes. Now, I'm in America, so we don't have a prince, right? But what does that really mean? What it's really saying is the futility of relying on human power or authority, even powerful ones like princes or kings, right? Or even presidents, that's not, it actually, this is encouraging me to trust in God's unwavering strength and faithfulness. Because why trusting in the Lord is much better for me? Well, okay, all the people we just talked about, princes, kings, presidents, they're all human beings, and so they're all fallible. They're weak. Sometimes they can be even treacherous. But God you would never use those words to describe God, right? Because God is always reliable and trustworthy. And then you look at a human being only has so much power. They might think they have a lot of power, but they really, really don't. But God's power, right? His power is absolutely limitless, right? And he is the only one that really can give me protection. And then, of course, he gives me deliverance when I trust in him as my Savior and my Lord of my life. So I think the other thing that this reminds me about and just helps me focus on this week while I'm doing this is focus on when I trust in the Lord, it's better because it's about God's love. And God's love is eternal and unconditional. And that's what offers me comfort and hope in my life when things are difficult in my life, when, things don't go the right way, or my health or something like that. So I think that if you have done any of my Bible studies, you'll always see the component that I add, which is, well, what's the personal application for what we're talking about? And the personal application for this verse would be when I am challenged, when I am uncertain, I need to seek the guidance and strength from God, not from my friends, not from a pastor, not from the government. I need to turn to God. He is the one that I can trust in. He's the one that has my best at heart, right? I think in society, we've had such an issue with our government. We have a new set of people in our government that are doing good things. They're finding all the corruption. But again, while I'm happy about that, I'm happy to uncover the corruption that, we've been blindly spending money that nobody ever paid attention to. I still don't want to rely on any human being. I'm not going to name any names, not like I'm against them. I'm not going to rely on them because, again, God's power is always greater, and that my true protection always comes from God. So that's just some fun points. And the other thing I said, which if you don't read the whole psalm, take a moment and read the whole psalm. I think you might be quite interesting. And you might find some value. Because if you look at verse 6, right, That one says, the Lord is on my side. I will not be afraid. What can man do to me? I mean, is that not the best? Then verse 7 says, well, the Lord takes my part. He is on my side. 8 says, it's better to take refuge in the Lord than to trust in man. And then 9, which we just read. So do you see how we're being led up to those points, to turning and relying on God? Yes, that's what I want to focus on. Now, the thing about collage, because I'm kind of talking and doing it, see how little tiny the pieces are? That's why I get these big stacks out. Then I go, yeah, you might as well make 3 or 4 things because you have so many stacks out. But you're just playing, auditioning, composing. That's kind of what I'm doing right now. Oh, look at this. This is an old piece. This is out of one of my digital kits. It's a library card, digital. That's kind of fun. Oh, yeah, let's put this, because I always love putting numbers and dates on things. Maybe let's put this over a little bit this way. Okay, so I only had one of the dates, so that's not going to be on that one. What else do I have here? Oh, I wish I had 2 of those. Well, maybe I put it on this card. And I could put something else right there. Oh, here, let's put this on there, Diane. This is another part of the library card. Yeah, okay, I like that better. Yes, yes, yes. And what else do we have? So I think I've used mostly all these little pieces. This was just for texture. Do I like it? Well, I don't want to uncover love because I think your brain reads that that's love. I don't have the love on this, so maybe we just do like that. Oh, maybe I just put it on the side. I don't want to cover up too much of that stuff. Okay, maybe we just slide this under here. Let's do that. Maybe it just goes across there. Okay, now all that looks good, but before I glue this down, Diane, you better decide what is your focal point going to be, which is going to be my bright color, right? What was the challenge? The challenge was black and white as the basis, add a bright color, and use a stencil with texture paste. So I've done all that stuff. I think what I want to do is kind of hang this. If I put a eyelet up there, I think that would look cool. Okay, if that's the case, then I'm cool with that. Then I have another red one. Now, if you want to know where I got these, I just did a video on a mass make on making these metal rim tags. So much fun. Definitely check out that video because it was fun. So I think we're going to go with that color. So now let's glue my stuff together. And of course, can I remember which way it goes? So kind of, I peel it off and lay it back that way. Whoops, let's edge this. So I hope that Bible verse ministered to you today. It ministered to me because, you know, we all have issues in our life that are challenging, to say the least, right? And I'm the type of person, I've been undergoing some physical challenges. Well, basically in the last year, I broke my toe, which you wouldn't think breaking your toe would be a big deal. Turned out to be a huge deal because it's on my right foot, and I tripped on my dog's bone. Okay, that was bad enough. So I tripped on a Wednesday on the bone, and it hurt. I mean, my toe really hurt. My second toe next to the big toe, right? It hurt. I'm not saying it didn't hurt. And then, so that was on a Wednesday. On a Friday, I get up from the couch and I go step, you know, and walk through to go to my kitchen. And I trip again on the bone again. This time, oh my gosh, I can't even, if you would have heard me, I was crying and screaming because first I was upset with my dog, then I was upset with myself that I did it twice, and then it turned black and blue. Oh my gosh, it was looking really, really bad. Well, in my head, well, why would I go to the doctor? There's nothing you can do for a broken toe. Well, I really should have gone to the doctor. So I hate to tell you, but when you get old, there's this thing called the cascading effect, and it's not a good thing. Meaning one little thing happens to you that you think is nothing, and then it leads you to, oh, well, now this affects this. And now you got two things you're dealing with. And then those two things end up affecting something else in your body, which is what happened to me. So on my right foot, I have needed to get a bunionectomy done for over 10 years, and I keep putting it off because it's my right foot and I live by myself, and who's going to drive me around? So it was, a couple months later, now my foot starts to swell on the top of my foot, across my toes, the whole top of my foot was swollen. So I go to my regular doctor, and he's like, I don't know what that problem is. Maybe you should go to your podiatrist. So I go to the podiatrist, and he's like, yeah, you really need to get that surgery done. And well, by then, this is late last fall, he gives me an injection into my foot, and that helped, but it didn't really take away the swelling. Could not get the swelling to go away. So I waited some more at my doctor's appointment in January, my annual physical, and I was like, look at my foot. It's like so puffed and swollen, and it really, really hurts. And I've had my veins ablated in both legs, upper and lower, like 6 years ago. And I said, okay, I'm wearing my support hose. I'm doing all these right things, but this is just like not working. And so he said, well, let me send you to a surgeon. So he sends me to an orthopedic surgeon who immediately, she's like, well, yeah, we need to operate on your foot. We need to fix that. And I'm like, okay. So she gave me two options. The one option, she says, well, this is the best option I would give you. The best option is that you let me go in there and put plates in your bone and your in that whole area because it's so inflamed. Moving to Florida was the best thing I did because I never wear closed-toed shoes. I can't even wear tennis shoes on my foot. And I said, okay, and what does that look like for recovery? And she said, well, okay, so you would have a cast on for 6 weeks. You cannot walk, you can't have a boot, you can't do anything. And I'm like, wait, did you not hear what I told you? I am by myself. I have 2 big dogs. I don't have any family that's going to come stay with me and take care of me for 6 weeks. The other option was just to clean up the bunion area. And I was like, okay, let me think about this. I said, but the big question I have is, if I let you do any of that, my most important question is, does that fix the swelling? And she says, not really. I can't guarantee that it will or won't. So I'm going, wait a minute. I'm going to have my foot cut into. And we're going to do all that. And I'm going to be, lame for so long. And you can't tell me that's going to fix my foot. And she said, no, I really can't. And I was like, uh-oh. Okay, now what's my choice? So basically my choice was, I said to her, I have to go away and pray about this and think about it because I can't imagine that I'm going to get my foot cut into, and at the end, I still have this horrible, painful swelling. And she goes, oh, okay. I said, so do you have any recommendations? She says, well, why don't you go to, you might have lymphedema. Why don't you go to the physical therapist? And I'm like, oh, okay. So I got an appointment, and I went there 2.5 weeks ago. And the girl looks at the bad foot and leg, and she looks at my other leg, and she goes, you do have lymphedema. Do you know that? And I just looked at her and I said, how come I've been to all these doctors and no one will tell me that I have lymphedema? She's because she's a lymphedema specialist. She's because most of the doctors, they don't even know what it looks like. They don't know how to treat it. So they can't really help you. And I said, oh my gosh. So all this time. So I get this lymphedema massage, which is totally different. It's a very light touch massage. And she did that. The first day, I can't tell you how much better I felt, and my foot felt better. And then I just went in this past week, and I got my new leg wraps. So they're from my ankle up to my knee. And I got them I get them on Wednesday. And she puts them on, and I'm like, okay, I don't even care how they look, because at this point my legs are so painful. So she put them on. I wore them the whole night. I took them off when I went to go to bed, and it was a miracle. I'm just telling you, it was a miracle, because the swelling in my foot had totally like gone down by 50%. And so now I've worn them 3 days, and my foot is like normal. The pain is almost gone. And so I can't wait to go back to my GP and say to him, you need to learn about lymphedema, because you should have sent me that I do have lymphedema and we weren't treating it. So that's the good news. But I'm telling you that whole story because I'm saying to you, you know, I'm relying on doctors, because of course I do. And yeah, that's good, because they are good. They can help me. But the one didn't know enough to send me. He sent me one other place. So see, I had to go like 3 places to finally get the solution to my problem. So if you want to pray for me, I would totally love prayers that this continues to work. My goal is that if I can get this swelling under control, which seems like I'm on that track now, is that in a couple months, I can go ahead and get the surgery. Then we will fix the bone problem, and we've already fixed then the tissue problem. So that's my little story. So that's my story about my health and why I'm trusting on God. Because I think, you know, when a doctor says is what you should do, I do respect them, and I'm listening to them, and I'm like, oh, okay, I should do this. So I'm so glad that I just said, you know what, stop. I need to go pray. I need to really think this through. And if you know, to make sure that I'm choosing the best thing that can solve all these issues with my foot. So since I've started this, the last week and a half, I've been able to walk. I haven't been able to walk in a year, which means I put weight on. So I'm on a diet, and I lost 16 pounds in the past month. So that's good. So I'm taking this full prong approach to my issue, which is lose weight, number 1, get this lymphedema under control, then I can walk more, then I can get surgery on my foot and fix my foot, hopefully for the rest, you know, that'll be fixed for the rest of my life. Oh, I think that's actually, I love that I just have one little pop of color on there. I'm excited. I think that's looking good. Let me put a little bit of more glue on there. Oh, and the other thing I have to show you in this video is that I watch videos, and all these crafters have these beautiful glue toppers. I bought one for myself off somebody off of Etsy, and within 3 days it broke. The needle part broke, and I couldn't fix it. So I just went, forget it. And so I just kept the pin in. But I've been making so many videos recently, and I set the pin down, and then I can't find the pin because my desk is so messy. So I decided, Diane, just buy yourself a set of pins, because I had all the beads. I just didn't have the pin. So I made that for myself. Isn't it gorgeous? And I added some little fun charms. So I have the little Holy Bible charm, and I've got the praying hands charm, and then I have the Imagine, and I have I Love Jesus charm. So I'm like so excited. Now I don't have to worry about where's the needle on my desk. I don't know. So should I put a bow on here, or is that too much? Oh, look how kind of cute that is. Is that too cutesy for Diane? Does it need it? I'm not sure. Does it go? Could always put the bow up and down like that. No, it's too much the same height. I guess those will just stay over here. I think I used it. Oh, I have the little bow. Wait, I have butterflies. See, this is why you have to pull everything out and have it sitting here, so that you go like, oh, these are all the things that I could use to make this. What if we add a butterfly. Oh, yes, look. Oh my gosh, I love that. Where's this butterfly? Is this better one on this one? Let's see what other ones I have here. Oh, isn't this a cute little set? Where'd I get this? Oh, Michael's. Okay, you know how old this is? Because I don't shop it. I haven't shopped at Michael's in like 7 years. So clearly very old. I want that paisley one. And of course with Joanne closing, now we're only going to have Michael's. And they don't have anything when I've been in there just recently. It's like they have nothing. No, I don't like that either. Isn't that funny? Oh, it's because it's on more white. This is on black. That's why. Maybe I put the white one on here. What do we think? Well, I definitely like the black and white one on my tag. I'm going to put that there. This one on my card. Maybe this would be better. I like that it has more white on it. No, I don't like that. I don't want just a black one. Oh, wait, do I want a black one? Oh, actually, see, that works because it's mostly black. This has more white. Okay, that's what we're going to do. We are going to add a butterfly. Yes, I love to have multi-dimensional things. That's what I really, really like. And I just realized I don't know what would my carryover be. Oh, my carryover was supposed to be fabric. Did I get fabric out today? No. Well, it's okay. You know, the fact that I committed to doing this and that I committed to doing it as a Bible study, that's more important than, quote, that I didn't follow what everybody else is doing. Oh, yes. Okay, now I'm very happy. Let's put those away. We'll set those aside. So that's the full deck challenge number 3, week 11. Black and white with a bright color. And my verse was Psalm 118, verse 9. Let's read it again. It's better to take refuge in the Lord than to trust in princes. Please like this video. I would love if you would share this video. And I hope that you are subscribed to my channel. If not, please subscribe and click the notification button. And then every time I post a video, you will be notified, and you too can learn how to infuse your faith into your creativity, whether it's mixed media, junk journaling, card making, whatever. Blessings.